Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com, here for ntmarkets.com with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, this is a 15-minute chart, and what was interesting about yesterday was another day of no new highs. We fooled around at the 88.89 level in the overnight, still couldn't break through 88.75, and then went ahead and dropped back to the 2080 area, which is the area of the weekly pivot. Couldn't hold that area, and we went down ultimately to test twice 2073. So 2073 at this point is, I'm not ready to call it a floor, but it's definitely a support area. It's the nearest one that I can find, with the exception of potentially here 2079, which has been tested in the pre-market here, right here 2079. We're trading on either side of the weekly pivot, and I really think the weekly pivot is going to be a dividing line today for either a move to 2089 or a move back to 2073. To the extent that we can't establish who is going to control the weekly pivot, we're going to have a pretty choppy session. And yesterday had a lot more movement to it than we've had in the last week or so, but it's nowhere near what I would call normalcy with respect to volatility and having the markets move. So we're still not out of that holiday area. That said, I would expect today a little bit more of what we saw yesterday, which is a little bit more movement. We did 2083 to, we did 2081 and change down to 2073 in the regular session, which doesn't sound like much, and it's not. I mean, it's 8 handles. We're getting excited about an 8-handle swing in the regular session, where 2 months ago we were doing 8-handle swings in 20 minutes. So if you're a trader that needs volatility to survive, then the last 2 weeks have definitely not been for you. And I said to my members on the Sunday before the Christmas week that if that was the way the markets had to be, then trading like crazy during the next, during the holiday period is probably not for you. As we get toward the end of the holiday period, I like everybody to reflect back on whether the last couple of weeks, if you've been trying to scalp and go crazy and do things like this and generate a lot of commissions for your broker, which I'm sure they're very happy about, if that really was the better way to go. And think about that when we get around to the holiday period in 2015 and decide if trading like crazy during the holiday period is worth it. A lot of people don't trade during the holiday period. And think about how this holiday period went for you. If there's any adjustments you need to make, and maybe you are better off joining the number of people that don't trade during the holiday period. That said, it's all about 2080. If we establish 2080 as support, then the bulls have an opportunity to go up and try to test those highs. If 2080 continues to be resistance, as it was during the regular session yesterday, I would expect to retest to 2073. Everybody have a fantastic day. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website, Princetontrader.com. I'll be back Friday morning with another webcast. A very happy new year to everybody. Thank you for making 2014 an absolutely fantastic year for Princeton Trader, and we've got a lot of great stuff planned for 2015. Onward and upward. Happy New Year. Trade them well.